Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Craig's Garage. It's been a while. The last two episodes you guys saw the Wildcat, we did the fuel tank and the exhaust on the car. Turned out beautifully, but we did have one downfall at the end of that episode. With us doing both of them videos at the same time, they all ended at the same time. You can see that the car is up to my waist here. The engine's sitting weird, there's no radiator or anything, and as my arm is, right there. All the cooling stuff is actually in the Skylark. The Skylark blew up, the engine's sitting over there. I got another engine in the Skylark, as you guys saw in the other video. So now we need to work on the Wildcat, because we gotta pull the engine back out of the Skylark. The Skylark smokes so bad. It burned a quart from my house to my storage unit, which is about a 20-minute drive. Burned an entire quart, followed 2 cylinders. Yeah, that's fine. So we're gonna pull the engine, we're gonna put new rings and valve guide seals in it. Hopefully they'll fix it. The oil pressure is fantastic in it though. I mean fantastic. It's in the 70s for startup, which is a little high. I can put in a regulator spring in there and control it and what. But we're gonna focus on the Wildcat. Today is the 30th of June, so whenever you see this video, you know when it started. I want to get this car done for the 5th. I have a grad party, which is right down the road from my house at my buddy's. I should have all the parts to be able to get this car up and running. We're going to rob the parts off the Skylark because we're going to pull the engine out of it anyways. We're going to drop them onto here. Kind of got a plan set up. They shut the place I work down at for the whole month of July. So it started now. I don't know, like last week, Wednesday, I took vacation for Thursday so we could go on a trip and shit. I just got back. So I got a lot of time to focus on this. I mean, I'm going to put almost every day into here. Today's goal, in just the beginning of this episode, I would like to resituate the engine. I got the new oil pan in there. Also painted the valve covers that are going on the car. These are 430 valve covers. We got the sticker slot for them. I did order stickers. They haven't showed up. That was like a month ago. So that's kind of set up. The pan is another B-body pan. So mid-sump, So it's painted. It's sitting in there ready to go. And I couldn't get the engine and trans to unhook so I could set everything back down because I was using ratchet straps like the idiot I am. So I invested in one of them adapter plates for the carburetor. We can actually get this straightened back out and resituated. I'm going to jack up the transmission because those aren't separated, bolted up. So then the transmission can sit, but we can move the engine in one. So once we get all that set down, I want to get the cooling system. We're going to pull that out of the Skylark. I have a feeling, maybe, that we can get the Skylark fan shroud to fit in here. There's no tabs or anything. It's going to be a custom job again. We're going to go with the flex fan and radiator setup, 4-row. We aren't going to run the electric fan. Me and Dad got talking, what if them fans just up and die? It's one of them cheap products, What if they up and quit? You have no way of getting home, With a flex fan, you're pulling air. But yeah, those could fly apart. But they will more likely last longer than a electric fan setup, for at least me. I am very cursed. Everything seems to fall apart when I get something going. So, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't even know if you're still watching this video. If you are, it's probably going to be a bunch of time lapse to get this all back together. And then when we're putzing around with it, getting it fired back up again, then we'll bring you guys back in. So I just got done cleaning underneath the car because when I pulled the radiator, I missed the pan to put all the water into and dumped it all over the floor. So it's been soaking in floor dry for like the past month. So I haven't touched this car in like a month. So I don't know where any of my hardware is, where I've put it, but we're just gonna jump into this. So yeah, let's kick some ass. All right, we made it pretty far. Got the engine and trans back into their seating position. Trans and engine are remounted. Got one side of the exhaust done. I need to get hardware for the other side to bolt it onto the manifold. So what else did we do? Oil pan is tightened up, so that's good. Ready to rock and roll. We put oil back into this. I think that's it. So yeah, oil pan, exhaust, trans. I got 2 out of the 3 bolts for the torque converter. I have to rotate the engine over, but I can't do it by hand. Engine is pretty tight, so like I mean fresh tight. Then yeah, I think that's it for right now. So we're gonna jump onto the Skylark and pull the stuff off that we need from there. Kicking some ass today. I mean, a lot of ass. I think we're like almost 2 hours in. So they're building my storage shed that we're going to be going into. We're moving out of this guy here. We're in a 11 by 50 right now. We're moving into a 20 by 50 insulated and heated. It will be pretty nice for, just more room and winter. It's a little bit more pricey, but that's okay. So I'm going to be selling the Wildcat eventually anyways, so that's why I'm trying to get it done now. So let's pull out the radiator and stuff off the Skylark and see how this is all going to fit. So I have a feeling that the fan shroud is way too big to fit into this car. So we might have to run the electric fans, which is fine. I can find a fan shroud maybe online somewhere, but we'll see. So let's get that stuff out so I can actually hook these radiator hoses back up. So we're gonna jump straight into another time lapse. So on the Wildcat, not the Wildcat, the Skylark, we're gonna pull the drive shaft off. We're gonna pull the modulator line, which is what controls your third gear, and then we're gonna pull the carburetor and the cooling system out of it. So, yeah, back to the grind. It's day 2. Made some hellacious progress yesterday. Engine and trans are mounted back together. They're sitting where they're supposed to be. I got the oil pan bolted up. That's ready to rock and roll. Got part of the exhaust done. I had misplaced the hardware. That's one of the reasons why I stopped, is some of the hardware I had put me at a halt for yesterday. We got some of the torque converter bolted together. I got one more bolt to do on the torque converter and that should be done. I started the cooling system. Realized that I put the radiator in first, supposed to put the radiator in last. The fan sits differently than on the Skylark. I bottomed out the bolts that I had. So I bought some washers, hopefully that'll fix the problem, so we can get the cooling system in. It might fit. Yeah, it might. It's gonna be a close one. I did some measurements when the radiator was sitting in there. It's gonna be a tight fit. I can't find parts for this car anywhere. This thing is impossible to find, and it's been weird. So I am kind of making this as I go. So we're gonna jump straight back into another time lapse. I'm gonna finish up a bunch of the stuff up on the front here today. Just take it easy, and then do some measurements and stuff for tomorrow. So yeah, let's hop into this time lapse. Hopefully tomorrow we can hear it run. It won't drive. So, but throughout this episode we'll get it driving. So let's rock and roll. Well, we hit a roadblock. So the fan shroud's too big. The guy that I buy parts from, I believe he's got another Skylark one. I'm gonna buy from him. I don't want to wreck this one. This one's factory to my GS. Where this lip comes out, it's about an inch wide. We're gonna cut it right off. That's all. Cut that right off. Should give us a little bit more movement room. And then hopefully too, we could actually get the radiator to sit down all the way, because now it's buckled onto the alternator, and that we might just have to cut some grooves into, because the flex fan is sitting about right here. That's where the fan is. So we got that much room to play with. So, well, we'll get her. It really puts a damper on things. I did get the torque converter done, so that's done and out of the way. I could do the exhaust really quick, get that done. So let's roll it down. I can stay down there. We're going down there anyways, and see how this sits. So get you guys resituated again. We are on the walk around the car. No. Okay, we have done a bunch on the engine and what got pretty far. I want to do some of this fuel. Now, before you guys freak out, there's a fire extinguisher sitting right there. So, we blow a gasket at me or something. So, before, I run all this shit that's in the line up to the carb, I would like to pull some of it through a filter. I got about 7 gallons in the tank right now. So I kind of figured we'll pull until this jug is full, or until, something burns up. I've already tightened it up too much. Alright, perfect. Now I already see fuel pulling, so this is a filter we put in, just something small. So we're gonna pull for a little bit. This will also check if we have leaks in the line anywhere. I want to go a little bit more on this guy here, so that I can zip tie it shut and just let it run. So it will be nice to not have to put new lines into this. I did bring 2 zip ties. Other one's cut off. Alright, perfect. I don't know where I put the other one. Ah! No. I got another zip tie. It's right here. I would legit lose my head if it wasn't attached to me. Alright, now I can just pull from the tank. I'm going to walk past you guys. Let me get you guys off the stand. You can see the setup. So there's stuff coming from the line right now. It's going through this filter and that filter. And then, circulating out there. So there is nothing leaking. We did put trans fluid and oil in it. Nothing's leaking from there. So we're gonna pull for a little bit. Oh yeah, there's some sediment in there. I want to fill this 5 gallons up. So, and then anything else that it's clean in there, I'll put it back into the tank because anything will be caught into there. So let's I'm gonna kick back for a minute. I'm kicking some ass. That means it'll pull from the tank, and the setup hopefully works. So back once this tank is full. Just jump forward. Pulled from the filter quite a bit. Well, pretty good actually. There was a lot of black sediment in here. I had rinsed the whole filter back out with brake clean, brand new, so I just put it back in there. Got it linked up and ready to rock and roll, so I'll actually pull from the tank now. So hopefully our cap off job here for our return. Does good because this big block's going to be drinking a lot. So everything up here looks nice. Look how pretty that looks. I really like that. That looks good. So we got plenty of movement in the distributor. That's ready to rock and roll. I like the smaller distributor on here more than like what's on the Skylark. So that's good. That can leak all over the floor. If we wanted to, we could put some coolant in this and try starting it. I don't see why not. So I would actually like to get the fan shroud done first before we do anything else. So that's going to be it for day 2 on this section here. So I'll see you guys probably sometime tomorrow. It's day 3. We're back. Not the Skylark. So I used to work on the Skylark. Man, I missed my Skylark. I know it's just sitting right there, but you know we got to pull the engine back out of the thing. But anyways, we're making a lot of progress on the Wildcat here. We are actually going to try starting it today. Dad told me not to cut out the fan shroud, and I agreed with him. We're going to look for a Chevy fan shroud. It's Chevy. I don't care about, no, I'm joking. I like Chevy, but there's a lot more parts for Chevy than like Buick, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, you know, or like Studebaker, you know, all the rare ones. And 2, the fan sits quite close, so we're going to see how much air it pulls through. Just for shits and giggles. So I'm going to top fluids off on her. And we're going to see if she'll bark off. And then after, if she does start, I want to hook up the ignition, like the key and everything. And see if we can get that to work. The one I got will not plug into the original outlet, so we're going to cut the original outlet off. I have a color coder from a like 69 GTO. That's quite the same. It's got the same amount of prongs. We should be fine. We'll figure it out. So I'm gonna pop the air cleaner back off, hook up the few things that the carburetor still needs, and then the gasket material I had put underneath the base plate because the gasket that the carburetor sets on was a bit too narrow. With the 430, there's a little channel that runs through, and we didn't need all of it, and I kept spitting fuel out when Dad got it. When Dad was here running it in like the past 2 episodes. So I had sealed some of that off, so hopefully it still works. We're about to find out, but hopefully it doesn't leak fuel now. We don't like leaking fuel. So we also did get the pull from the tank, so we have it up to the end of the hard line. So it might take a minute to get into the carb. I don't have anything to pour into the bowl, but we can put some down into the intake. So I will find something to dump down into there, maybe like a spray paint can or something, put a little bit of fuel in it. So we're gonna see if I can actually get this thing to run. So we're gonna, Alright, so that's cylinder 1. I remember cutting the boot short on that one. I'm gonna set it like right there and see if she'll start. I took the fan shroud out, so I don't know where my mark is. Anyways, I'm gonna get all this hooked up and then we'll jump into it when we're going to start it. 3, 2, 1. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready. Usually have my watch on me so I can tell what time it is. I have done a little bit of work off camera. I had gotten the ignition switch to work, so we got power to the key. Well, you know, fully know what if it's working or not. You know, I'll turn the engine over, but at the moment it's you got your off, and then your accessory, and then on, and then like start and then rotate. The moment you turn it on, it's you know starting to turn it over. So she's got coolant in her. I gotta put some gas in the carb. Distributor is hooked up. Switch just needs to be turned on, and we can go. So I got my fire extinguisher sitting there in case something blows the fuck up. Because I will probably do this wrong, but hey, we're gonna give it a shot. So let's awake the beast and see how bad this goes. I'm gonna pour a little bit of fuel down the carburetor. Oh yeah, way too much. I'm gonna put this over here so the backfire is gonna blow that up. So on full meter won't move, we're good. Alright, let's see. It might cough, it might do something, I don't truly fully know. Immediately lost power to the heat. Woo! Holy shit. Let's try it again. Yes! Woo! Fuck yeah! It's a little delayed. Like just a little. Alright. Yeah! Woo! Let's did this pop out at all? Just want to make sure, because the last time I started the Skylark it popped up. Alright, we're good. We're set here, we're gonna go about there. It ran really good. Fired right up. That's what we like. So we're gonna try it there, we're gonna start it again. I wanna see if it builds oil pressure. And you know, all that good shit. There is no choke, so it's extremely cold-blooded. Hey. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go get the guy that's next door and see if he can hold that choke for me while I try to start it. I'll be back. Alright, we're back. I got my slave for today, Christopher. Yeah. I hate drive shafts. They're a bitch. If you're gonna park a car for the rest of its life, at least wrap the goddamn drive shaft up. That's the end of my discussion. So, we had left day 3 off kind of in a quick hurry. We had gotten it somewhat running. I had asked for help from a guy that's in one of the other storage units to hold the choke. That's this guy right there. And I simply asked for him to hold the choke, and he starts fucking with the distributor. I didn't do anything on recording for that part. And then we were going to top dead center it. Now, I got ADHD. My brain runs at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Chris can, agree with that one. Right, Chris? Yeah, right.
Squirrel?
Yeah. So, I forgot to unhook the battery when dropping the alternator back, and I fried one of the fusible links and called it quits. I was pretty pissed off. So we had it running, and then the guy adjusted the distributor while it was running, and it coughed back. So I'm not asking random people for help anymore. So that's why I got Christopher here. So, yeah. Just a joke. just a joke. So we're going to try it again.
So we fuck with that?
No, don't fuck with that. I'll kick you wet. So we're going to attempt to start it. Yeah, we got power. Lights on, so you ready, Chris?
Yep.
Distributor's on.
Let me get to the other side.
Ready?
Choked.
Alright. Take the distributor and rotate it this way. Correct.
How far?
Until it maxes out.
Alright.
It's a tight turn. So.
Next.
Max? Alright. Alright, ready?
Yep. Choke open.
Yeah.
Cough back up at me.
Alright.
It's coughing back up.
Take a look here.
Here, I got stuff still on this side.
I don't even know if the distributor still works. I'm gonna set it about there.
That's further than what you had the last time.
Yeah, I might.
I have 11 on this side.
Yeah, I haven't done this before, you guys, so I'll be yelling at me if I'm doing this wrong. I'm figuring it out.
We are
In
new.
the future, I ain't gonna have anybody to help me on this, so.
Choke.
Ready?
Yep.
She should have fired by now.
How far?
Just let it be. Good. We gotta check for spark. I don't think we're getting spark, I think it's just crank. So, we'll be back in a minute. We're gonna check spark. Run. That clanging was me never checking if it was in park.
Yep.
All right. Let me crawl under.
So, runs.
Yeah, give me my phone.
Recording.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you guys. I'm annoyed. So, but it did run.
It ran.
Dumbass me forgot to put it in park. So drive shaft had a little bit of fun. I just fucked up my U joint.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, who knows?
Probably not.
So we're gonna put it in park. Are you ready, Chris? Okay, we got linkage put in. It was in low. That's why the drive shaft was beating the bush. So yeah, I ain't gonna try to explain it. All right, here you go. Let's try this again.
Yeah.
So that was
Right there.
right there.
Right there.
Okay. Here, watch out. Okay. Yeah, keep it there. Well, just keep an eye on it.
Yep.
Hold on. Is it still flush on the bottom? Move your light more.
Yeah.
I don't want the distributor jumping out.
No, that's still good.
Okay, that aluminum is flush onto the red. There's no down at the base there.
Yeah, no, you good.
No, I'm not good.
No, you're not good.
Oh, dude.
Popped out.
Yeah.
Oh, how far popped out? I'm not. I thought that looked good. That's where mine sits, but.
No, that's because the oil pump drive isn't hooked up now. All right, we got lucky. It's gonna get locked down right where it sits. All right, here, hold it.
Oh, I'm a dumbass.
No, it's. Oh, right here. Light over here, buddy.
People yelling at me in the comments.
They can, you know, go and enjoy their Prius.
I'm pretty sure if they're watching this, they ain't gonna be driving no damn Prius.
Yeah, I know, but there are some people that complain. All right, it's tight, so I'm gonna
Back it off one
full revolution or until I can
turn it just slightly. Make it stiff to turn though.
too much. I would like to.
Good. That looked good.
I like it. There, now it's really tight. I'm gonna be shaving to get it to turn. All right.
Good.
All right, where's that fire extinguisher? Okay, so this motherfucker go.
Hold the pin.
Yeah, I'd rather have it where we try to whack the fire out. Yeah. But,
I ain't got nothing to whack the fire out with, so.
All right, you still recording?
Yep. We still recording.
All right, we got power. Let's
Your day.
Yeah.
Choke.
If I turn the distributor on.
Yep. Choke or no? pressure.
See, she fires again. All right, here we go.
It still needs to be adjusted, but it could at least. It's not warmed up, dumbass. I'm aware. That dude, that wasn't even giving it up. I know.
Y'all staying with us through this process.
I can't hear you.
Looking for leaks.
Huh? Can't leak it?
No.
No? Alright, perfect.
Talking to your viewers.
Huh?
Talking to your viewers.
Ah.
I'm using that.
I want to see the oil pressure. Sound got lights in here, so.
I'm aware.
Yeah. I ain't gonna give it any more without it being fully adjusted.
No. You're asking for problems.
Oh yeah, I know.
You don't even want to run her that long, being honest though. And you're still asking for problems. Sounds like it could be a carburetor though, just as much as it could be a tent.
It's got a slight vacuum leak on this car from running on the Skylark.
Yep. Sounds like it's in time good though.
Yeah, it could maybe go a spec more, or maybe back. It's cranking hard, so it's not coughing back, so we gotta drop it back maybe a tiny bit. We could try it. She's idling right now. That's running on its own. I'm not touching the gas pedal. She's warming up. I'm gonna hop out.
You're sitting good right where you are.
Hold on. Does power steering work? Probably not. Here, you look. I'll turn. Well, no, I couldn't even feel it with the tires up. It stays the same. Here, I'm gonna walk around. Alright. Just make sure they stay straight. Just make sure the tires are straight. Perfect, they're good where they're at. I need to get a fan shroud in here. Hardly pulling anything. Hold on. Yeah, drop that red switch down, first one.
I do that.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna adjust it back one.
Actually, she sounds pretty good right where she's
Well, just
sitting.
a tiny bit. Because well, now that it's got some heat in it, she was holding oil pressure, so if it starts right up, we're more than likely at a good spot, so we're gonna find out.
Now that she's hot, if she starts, you're good. Yeah, you should be good enough right now.
It's sitting there idling, so
Exactly. And it's not backfiring.
not right now.
Microscopic.
That killed it.
Nah, more. I have a timing light.
Yeah, I do too. I just forgot them. Here, watch it. Give it a clip.
Vacuum.
Vacuum. Well, yeah, it's tight. We're just gonna leave it there. The modulator line isn't hooked up, and that hook runs off the vacuum. So that
could be why
it's running just a speck off. But here, I wanna
have your viewers.
Yeah, it's pretty good though. It fired up.
Yeah.
Dude, now it's pulling from the tank. Did you hear it?
Yep.
So, yeah. We'll end it here for today, and we'll be back.
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, happy 4th. People are launching fireworks right now. Have a good 4th, everybody, to when we get to this point. I know it's going to be way past before, like probably next month by the time. I still have the other 2 videos to edit and upload.
Hey, we're not in Vietnam.
All right, yep, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, I believe it's day 4. So we had the day where you and me got it running. So it runs, and the transmission does work because I had it in low 1, not park. We're gonna finish it up today. We're hopefully gonna have it driving today. Yeah, we got some stuff to do. I gotta modify a early 2000s fan shroud or late 90s Suburban fan shroud. So it's a 2-piece. It'll be nice actually. It's got plenty of room. And then we have to tighten the trans lines, the cooler lines, put fluids into it. I gotta check the fluids. We gotta finish the drive shaft, change fuel tank bolts out, bleed the brakes, and then a tiny bit of electrical, and then she should be moving. So we might drive it home. So we got a couple days till Iola. Today is Mother watches junk. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. So we got Saturday to get it. Well, we have Thursday and Friday, and then that's it. Plus I have to do cleaning and shit. Yeah. So, all right. With no further ado, we're gonna jump straight into a time lapse. Christopher's gonna do the brakes. And then I'm gonna crawl underneath the car, do the drive shaft and shit, and then we'll come close. So I'm gonna get her done today, Chris. Yeah. So the brakes will be the make or break. If we blow a line, we won't make it. We'll fix it later. If it holds, we'll make it. Hopefully. Yeah. So, let's do this. Well, there's my slave. Christopher's going to town. We got the brakes bled. Hopefully, I'm laying on a creeper. I'm struggling with this guy here. It needs to turn, and I can't get it. I'm too fat. Chris, we should have gotten into shoes. Yeah, he's chilling on the drive shaft there. Isn't that right, Chris? Yep. All right, we're gonna keep on trucking. So when we get up to the top, then we'll bring you guys back. We have jumped forward. Kind of figured the time lapse underneath the car would be kind of boring. Now we're in the exciting part. It's test drive time. I am nervous. I am annoyed. We got the fan shroud to work. It doesn't bind. So we're gonna see if she'll start and see what oil pressure it holds and see if the transmission and stuff works. So we're on our test drive right now. We're gonna drive around the parking lot a little bit, see what it gets up to for temp and what the oil pressure holds at hot while idling. So, you ready, Chris?
Yep.
All right, let's do this. We'll keep the hood open and then we'll back it out in case if something happens. I don't want it where it gets stuck again.
All right.
You can keep her rolling, I don't care.
She's still rolling.
Alright, bet. Alright. We're in the park. Distributor's hot.
What? Sweet. Huh?
Dude, I've waited so long for this. Guys, yeah, here, check out the oil pressure.
Yep, I will.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab the meter and check the meter.
Yep. Aw.
That's something. That's not good. What the fuck happened? Run. When I open up the door, it shut off.
All right, close the door.
Come on, let it cool, damn. Alright, well.
Distributor hot? All right.
She's recording already.
Alright. Yeah, here we go again. We, good stuff. I don't know anymore. I'm gonna leave the door open this time.
What?
Oh god. Battery's unhooked. I got it.
I can get it real quick.
Alright, now we're live.
All right.
What?
Whoa. I don't think she's supposed to shoot flames.
Where?
Out of the top.
Yeah. Dog switch then.
Big fucking fireball just came out of your thing here.
Yep. Alright, well, it moves. I'm gonna need help timing it or whatever.
Yep.
So, yeah, we'll be back whenever.
Tomorrow?
I'll probably be back tomorrow too. Dude, that fan doesn't even fit in that shroud all the way.
No.
Will it even pull air? Probably not. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for today.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Day 5 now. Did I run out of fuel in this? No, we got fuel. Alright, anyways. It drove 10 feet. And then it died. The timing is still off on this. The oil pressure did go up more. We had changed that spring out that sits in the oil pump. Maybe I can find a spring. Yeah, this guy right here. Well, one of these guys. These guys control your relief valve that sits inside the oil pump. If they're wore out, they could, open up before oil pressure is higher. And I was holding like 50 pounds of oil pressure at startup, which is like, did I put the wrong bearings in it? Did I do something wrong? And so we changed the spring out. And we put the red spring in it, and it bumped up to 75, a little over 75, which is perfect. So we know we got better oil pressure now. We need to adjust this timing. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these spark plug wires and rotate them counterclockwise, which will give us more advance room right now. Right now we're hitting the vacuum advance, that little cone shape, on the water neck. So we have to adjust that. So that, and then we're thinking that it died because the negative post was too loose. Wasn't grounding enough, and then the ground just died. So yeah, we got body ground at least, so that's good. So I'm gonna jump into a time lapse, finish them 2 things, and then we'll see if she'll start back up. There are fluids on the ground. Now we did have transmission fluid from before and oil from the front when we pulled the bolt off. Looks like there is some fresh fluid right there though. It's trans fluid, because it's not been smeared around from us crawling on the floor. So she might have a transmission leak. How bad? Don't know. It is a used transmission. We're thinking it's coming from them lines that I'd put in. They're still not tight enough. So I might pull them back off and pipe tape them or whatever. But we gotta get this home. We got tomorrow, and that's it to get this car home and done. I'd like to get it home so I can do the headlights. So it's about 1:45, so hopefully we can get this done. So I'm gonna jump into a time lapse and let's kick some ass. Alright, battery's hooked up. Distributor has been rotated counterclockwise, so we got more advanced room. I did back the distributor off some. It is slightly loose, but it shouldn't pop out of the oil pressure spot. So let's see if she'll start. It's always the nerve-wracking part. I'm scared it's going to blow up. Now, where did I put that key? There it is. Alright, we do have power, the clock is running, so this door needs to be adjusted. explosion you heard is it firing in the chamber before it's fully up all the way. What about there? Alright, now it's cranking hard, so we gotta back off some. And I may have flooded it. Uh-oh. Go up, go up, go up, go up. Yeah, we're good. Oh. Set it about there. The distributor feels loose, so I'm gonna tighten it up some more. That's another thing I'm scared of. If it's gonna light on fire and burn to the ground. That was loosening. We gotta go the other way. At least adjust it now. Yeah, let's try it again. Don't blow up. It's coughing through the car, means it's too delayed. Right there. Fucking piece of shit. That's all that we got. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna back her off some. Now this fucker is tightened down. Right there. Back her off quite a bit. I can't win. I need Dad's help. Thing's a whole mess of what the fuck. probably flooded by now, so gotta quit. I don't know. I think it's like day 7 now throughout this episode of a span of over a month. Yeah, it'd be about a month because I go back the 28th and today's the 24th. So, I think I figured out what we got going on. Minus the heavy transmission leak it's got going on in the back. Oh, transmission leak, very bad. I'm thinking that something is clogging the fuel line. Yeah, you happen to look down here. There's an inline filter there, right on the edge of the hard line that runs from the tank to the car. It's bone dry. We had ran the pump, we know it still works. I want to try something. I think the timing is back to where I had it when it was running. It might crank hard, it might cough a speck, but it more than likely might start. This guy will be on standby, so will be the fire extinguisher that's on the dash in case if she goes kabang. I think we ran out of gas. I put 7 gallons in it, and now I've never dealt with big blocks. Big blocks are new to me. I'm more familiar with a small block than a big block. They're almost identical, just bigger parts. But anyways, this thing drinks. I'm thinking it's drinking a lot. I have another 5 gallons with. I'm gonna put it in the tank before we do start this. I'm gonna hook the filter back up, not the filter, the inline back up to the car because I got that unhooked. Yeah, I need this guy here. So let me putz for a minute because we got spark, we got compression, we have our pump working. I think she's out of fuel. So I want to put a little bit down the carb and then we're going to try to start it. So let me still back up and we'll try to start it. Building a gas tank on this thing suck. I have made my own custom fuel adapter here. So I've cut this guy so it slides in because the tank we got is out of a 68 Skylark. So the neck sits just a speck higher. This flapper door gets in the way. So this is just short enough. It goes in, goes past the bumper, and then the license plate part holds it up. Then we take our really annoying neck fuel tank, pull this guy out, and give her some air, and give it a bang. Oh, a little slower. See? Looks pretty good. That's full throttle. I really hope it starts. We got to another idea that we may have jumped timing, but we're gonna try fuel first. I have a feeling it is the fuel, or at least something to do with the fuel, because the that little inline filter is bone dry, or at least just empty. So I think when we were cranking it, that's what was left in the other spot, the in the line in between the pump
and the carburetor, that hard line. The gas is varnished, but it's still flammable. We had poured some on the ground and lit it on fire yesterday, so. Alright, then what's left I'm gonna put into, I don't know how much is in that guy, but we're gonna find out. You know, it's crazy, we even got the factory death wobbling jack for this car, which I thought was pretty awesome. Now what's left, we'll put in this guy. If it runs today, I'll be a happy man. That's good enough. Alright, we got more fuel in the tank now. So, the gauge was at half a tank. So, we'll see if the gauge functions at all. You know, if it doesn't, it doesn't, so it's whatever. Take this guy. I will move you guys up to the front. I'm gonna put the tank back in the van, and then we'll crank on her and see if she barks off again. The battery's hooked up. I'm gonna put my shot glass. We'll pour the gas right here. One shot for the beautiful lady. Right into the batteries there. Yeah, that it's way too much. Got me fire cloth on handy here. As the shop's trying to burn down, now I'll use the fire extinguisher. But I'll use a rag to try to put it out first, so I don't fuck anything up with the fire extinguisher dust. So, where do we have everything? Is that distributor locked down? Yes, it is. It's very tight, but still movable. The oil pump did not jump. Fuel's in, battery's hooked up. We have coolant, I think. Let's check that really quick. Yep, it's in there. I think it's leaking again. So that's there. We have oil. Trans fluid I checked a few days ago. Let's see if she'll fire up, you guys. Going hot. Backfired. Still caught me. Okay. Come back. The only way I think I'm going to get this rejobbed now is to pull the distributor out and reset everything. Our fuel gauge doesn't work. Okay. We got fuel back in the thingy McDouber there. So there's only one thing left. I think we have done something with our timing.
That isn't good. I don't know. A lot of ideas. Legit out of ideas. It's tempting just to retime it, but should have Dad here at some point. Maybe he could help me. Dad's a lot smarter than I am. Yeah, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. So, I'll be back in about a month. I don't think will be sarcasm. Yeah. Hopefully you guys might know what it is. So we got fuel, we got spark. I'd like to check spark. Just to make sure I can actually see it lighting up on the camera. So let's do that actually. Right here. So check. It only takes a few seconds. I'll line you guys up. You guys are zoomed in on a little tiny light. This guy here, if it flashes, let me know. And if it starts, it starts. Alright, so the generator's gonna have to be on. She's gonna cough. Enough cranking on it. Yeah. Let me see if we got spark. We're not gonna crank on anymore until we get timing and everything reset. Alright, here are we. This is where we're at. We have timing. We got fuel. So I just put some down. So I think there's really nothing else we could do. Just want to keep working on it, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna break it the rate we're going. So I have a small feeling there are some people yelling at me right now to not do anything more. And you're right. I'm not going to do anything more. I'm going to sit in my chair and think of ideas. Because I don't know what to do. So, yeah. Right? We'll be back. All right. It's been about almost a month, maybe over a month, since I have worked on this. we're ending the video here, as you guys can see. We kind of hit rock bottom. 455 in here is hurt badly. We found out quite a few days ago, the engine is tight. If I vaguely remember, last seen, we were turning the engine over by hand. We were going to top dead center it and just do the timing over. That's what we were going to do, see if we can get it running again. And this is my wrench I was turning over. It's about a 1 foot handle that's on it and a big socket. And turning it, I got it on, and spark plugs are in it now. And I'm turning it, all my body weight and strength, it's turning it a tiny bit. I'm like, oh, that's kind of odd. I'm thinking, well, it's got good compression now. Maybe it's just the compression fighting me. It's fresh, Well, so I'm like, well, I'll take the spark plugs out, and they were somewhere. I don't know where I put them. And I'm like, all right, now there's no compression in it. There's a hole in the head now. Because, the spark plugs have been taken out. Didn't change a bit. So I had ended it there, and I came back, and I was doing a couple things off camera. And I pulled the drain plug, and it was pure silver. Now, if you go back to like the 3rd or 4th episode of this channel, working on the Skylark there, the very first 350 that was in this car, which it came factory with, I had pulled the drain plug. Well, the mains went out. I had burned the mains, and it was liquid silver, just like it was in this. Now, I do have a short clip. If I find it, I'll put it in there. So, if it is in, I'm going to go do that quick, and then we'll be back. Pretty bad. There's no sound with it, so if you're turning up your TV, there was no sound with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait. I am actually moving into a bigger storage unit. I'm moving into a 20 by 50. Right now we're in an 11 by 50. This will give us more room to work around this car or the Skylark. And then later down the road, a new project that comes in that we put together to sell and move down the road so we can make more profit to fix cars. We'll have a little bit more room. We're going to shove a loft in it too. And yeah, I just picked up part of the stuff for the loft, so I'm already getting set up for it. So hopefully by next month, because right now it's about the middle of August, and hopefully September we'll be moving into it, so before snow falls. So we'll be pulling the 455 back out, ripping it apart. I have a guy that's got a donor engine, so hopefully we can at least maybe drive this car before snow falls. So I'm going to get the Skylark put back together because I robbed the parts off the Skylark right after I got it fixed. And we're going to rob the parts back out of here and put it in the Skylark, and then we can go take her to the cruise for Wild Rose because that's coming up next month. So with no further ado, we're going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching, and we were successful. We got to drive the car 10 feet backwards, and then it died. So we were successful and failed at the same time. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode.